Are we?
That was
Are we good? Is it done playing?
that was professional to the max, right
Guys,
there.
let me tell you. Normally, it plays on my screen, and literally, I was just watching down at the bottom where it auto mutes everyone, and I was like, I'm waiting for it to unmute, and I'm going to assume the video ends right there. Hey guys, welcome to Chimera's Tree of Trust.
Welcome to Tree of Trust. We do a good job.
We are so good at this. Like, honestly, like, there's Snakes and the Fat Man, there's Late to the Mic, and then there's the Tree of Trust way up here. Like, it's
Way up
just
there.
top notch.
This is going.
I hope we're recording, guys. I hope people can see us right now.
Live, so I'm gonna assume we're doing okay.
We're doing something, right? Anyway, we have the snake whisperer Trevor with us today. How you doing, bud?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Well, amazing. Minus the slight technical glitch. How did the intro look? Did it look good at least? What was happening? Okay.
Yeah, it did. Countdown, then the brand name, and
perfect. Yeah. I'm excited to know that part worked. I have no idea why my screen didn't pop up, but whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Blame Siri.
Yeah, man. Yeah, we'll blame Siri. You know what? I'm in. No one likes Siri anyway. Sweet. All right. So are you going to stand the whole time, Trevor?
I stand all day.
All day. But doesn't that mean you might want to sit down like now or no? Just keep standing.
All right. That's for lazy people.
Oh, this is awkward. As I'm like reclined back in my chair, sitting's for lazy people. All right, I feel personally attacked, but that's okay.
Welcome to the first.
It's fine. I'll survive. All right. So if you stand all day, what do you do in your normal everyday non-snake life?
I am a sales and marketing operations manager for a smaller company.
Okay.
They're a 30-year-old company. I was full-time in sales for them, and then that position changed, and the outsourced and structure of our company changed, and so I moved into sales and marketing operations.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
So I have a standing desk with a walk pad underneath it.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
I've thought so many times to get one of those walking pads, but I just
dude.
And I'm like, but I could just sit.
I could just sit. My wife's company has like the treadmill desks, and every now and then, like I'll go on site with her, and like people are like over there like jogging while in Zoom meetings, and I'm like, the fuck is wrong with y'all? Like there is.
Dead. I couldn't even talk.
Yeah, I'm just like, this feels unnecessary. Like you are showing off at that point. If you are comfortable enough to be at like a moderate jog and have a full business conversation, you need to reevaluate your life decisions because you've spent too much time working out. That's all I'm saying. Chase. Yeah, Chase would. Yeah, I know. And you know what? I would argue Chase needs to reevaluate his life decisions. But you know.
Chase, if you're watching.
Yeah, Chase, if you're watching, we miss Fat Chase. That's all I'm saying.
Not jogging on Zoom, Chase.
Yeah, the fuck. I would love to see Chase though in like a Zoom call with Canova. Like Chase is over there jogging, and like Justin and Summer are like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "I'm jogging." They're like, "We know. We can see you through the glass wall. Like, stop it."
Kyle, like on his lunch breaks.
Yeah. What he called me the other day, and he's like, "Oh, I just did 3 miles on my lunch break." I'm like, "No one cares. Literally, no one cares."
He wants to tell you that.
I know. He has to let us know.
I take Winnie on a leisurely walk at lunch, so
there you go.
I do just as much.
I picked up a giant tortoise today at lunch. That was my workout, so no big deal. Oh my god!
I totally have a motivation behind it though. So I turned 40 last year, and I have a 2-year-old and 4-year-old. I'm a full-time single dad.
Okay.
And if I sat in a chair all day and then got off work after 8 hours, 9 hours, 10 hours, they would run circles around me like they already do.
Yeah, that'd be tough. I was about to say they already got a few steps on you, I imagine. But then not being active. Yeah, that's fair. Right. I get that. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So how long have you been doing the reptiles as a whole for?
As a whole. So I bought my first reptile in 2000. I got a carpet python, and that led to more. And then due to job changes and different life situations, I moved around the country and got out of it. for a while. And then I bought this house in 2020, in June of 2020, and it had a pretty amazing basement.
Okay.
And in the time span from when I got out of it to June of 2020, everybody found all these amazing genes, and I was reintroduced, and so I'm back here doing this now again, which it's great. I love it. I absolutely love it. But when I first bought my first reptile, right, ball pythons did not have a whole bunch of amazing genes, right? And they were $10,000 for pieds, and that wasn't happening. And so a lot has happened since then, and now it's a lot more fun.
Now it's $150 for pieds, so that's
right.
Yeah, it is crazy to think. It is weird to me. So we went through this really long period, I feel like, where pieds come out, Peter Call's selling them for like $25,000, yada yada yada. And while pricing did go down over years and a decade or so, as late as like 2012, like pieds were still thousands of dollars. Like they weren't cheap, right? And then it was just like from like I feel like 2013, 14 to like now, there were just this year over year precipitous drop that felt relatively aggressive. It's just been interesting to see how the recessives, the simple recessives, almost act as like codoms now, where there's so many of them and they're bred at such heavy numbers now because everybody has the recessives that it feels like it almost acts that way now.
It's supply and demand.
Right.
With any product, any industry, right? Same thing.
Yeah, absolutely.
More manufacturers than competition, right?
Yeah. I think it's funny to me. So many people try and act like the snake industry or the reptile industry is like this unique little thing where they're like, well, this happens this way in the snake industry. And it's like, no, that's basically every industry, bud. Like every industry works that way. This is not unique on any level.
No. Not at all.
But yeah, you're right. But I think that too, like to that point, I guess when I think of the snake industry and like my argument for like why like for us we're not lowering production, if we compare it to like the car market, right? Like there's tons of Toyotas and Fords on the market. There's not many Lamborghinis or less Mercedes, Porsches, right? And so that kind of is where you have to figure out your market, your business, and it's like you're right. There's more manufacturers in, which does drive pricing down. But on some level, right, if the pricing is starting really high and you're dropping the pricing down 10 or 20%, that's okay. Like that's not a big deal, right? 20% of 10,000 is still an $8,000 snake. That's still a win.
Yeah.
Honestly, like 50% of a $10,000 snake is still a win. So
still a win.
Yeah. Right? There's no arguments there. All right. So you got back in 2020, give or take. Was the plan to be like a business, or is this like supposed to be a hobby for you?
This is a little bit of both. I love reptile. I'm an animal guy, right? I have a zoo here. This is not just reptiles.
You sent a massive list of animals. You're like,
oh,
I'll tell them the animals I have.
And I probably forgot some.
Amazing.
I'm not gonna lie. But it is somewhat of a business so that these guys at least self-sustain, right? Okay. But am I looking to get rich of it? I think nobody is. Nobody's going to. Right? That's very rare.
Yeah, it takes time and money to start with, to be honest. But yeah, right. So the goal is not for this to take over the 9 to 5. This is definitely like supplemental, and
I don't think this aspect of it will.
Okay.
There's plans in the future that will.
Okay.
But not the actual breeding aspect. Probably will not.
Okay.
I only have there's only like 300 animals in this room. So
okay. I mean, that's not a small amount of animals, though.
It's not.
Do you do any shows? Like, do you do any like local shows or anything, or do you?
So I haven't, and I was just on Jessica's holdback rack, and we went back and forth about it, right? And then I'm pretty good friends with Nick, or I shouldn't say pretty good friends. I know Nick and Troy, which you obviously know Troy.
I'm familiar with the name. Yeah.
Yeah.
Familiar.
And they, did the All-American, announced it, and that's 20 minutes from me. And so I'm going to go ahead and do that show. I'm already signed up as a vendor for that show. So I don't typically do shows because I am a single full-time father of a 2-year-old and 4-year-old, and it's tough to pull that off, right?
To say the least.
What my parents did is that's just free labor. So let them get a little bit older, and then they can start part for you, and you can get them to get some free labor. So
right,
I love it.
And in theory, I've been to all of the reptile shows here every year, all the Repticons and Show Me's and Reptilian Nations, and believe me when I say all the vendors know my boys, and they are all babysitters for my boys because my boys run the shows. So it would probably be just fine. Yeah. And they're little entrepreneurs. They'll try and sell you an invisible hamburger for $100. So that's cool, right?
That's a value.
Right?
These are assets.
Yeah, this is so true.
Forget the snakes as a retirement plan. Your kids sound like the retirement plan.
Absolutely.
You're swindling people with $100 invisible hamburgers. I mean, I'd like to invest.
Seriously. And they're freaking cute. So they can sell those hamburgers all day long.
Perfect.
But yeah, they will eventually probably help out. I mean, they love being down here. They love holding the snakes and lizards, and the 2-year-old likes squeezing fuzzies, which is not good. But
is that not the funniest thing though? I feel like every small child, like Andre's daughter, does the same thing. Like she'll come in and get like a fuzzy rat, and I'm like, oh, this is. I mean, she just like hugs it, and she's like, it's so cute, and I'm like, oh my god. And we have to like change out fuzzies every now and then. We're like, okay, this one needs a break.
Yep. That's awesome.
I was that kid.
Were you that kid, Molly? That seems about.
That kid.
Molly is still that kid. What are you talking about?
I'm still that kid.
That's
I'm
Justin.
Fuzzies just like
Justin doesn't let you into the rat room. It's awkward, but she goes to visit Chase, and Justin's like, keep her away.
Molly's banding over. It's a secret. Don't worry about it.
It's fine.
Need to know why.
Yeah, don't worry.
You and Jameson have to sit in the lobby. I understand. Yeah.
I love that so much. That's fantastic.
Fun. So yeah, I'm going to do a show. It's going to be a blast. Yeah.
Yeah.
I will miss the aspect of being not being behind the table and just going around shooting the shit with everybody, because I love doing that, of course.
Yeah.
Like I'd probably never vended any of the NARBCs because I would just go there to have fun, right?
I mean, that's why you get a partner to stand behind the table, and then you can go under. That's a great process.
I'll leave the 4-year-old behind the table.
Not at all.
Yeah.
You're in charge.
We'll see how that goes. I like the plan though.
Yeah, right.
I like it. That's good. All right. So if breeding the snakes is not the potential end goal, what was the super secret thing that you weren't mentioning that might be the end goal?
Oh, there's things in the works. Over the next decade. No,
over the next decade. Okay. That's
long-term plans.
Yeah, that's a good long-term plan there, bud.
Oh, so in any business, there's got to be expansion, right? And,
of course, yeah.
You can breed thousands of snakes, and that's one form of expansion, right?
Sure.
Coming out with other products could be another form of expansion, right?
Right.
So there's things in the works. There's patents and all kinds of fun stuff that are going on. So, yeah, I'm a business guy. I own 4 businesses on top of my 9-to-5.
All right. So what are the businesses? Let's go there. I'm far more interested in that than the snakes.
Okay. So, in fact, just this year, I did expand this business into another product which are rats, right?
Okay. Great.
Freedom Breeder got me for the Black Friday sale, and I picked up rat racks, and so I'm selling rats. I'm one of a few PACFA certified rodent breeding facilities in Colorado.
Okay, cool.
So I'm licensed to sell to pet stores, and other people, and Uncle Sam's watching out for all that. So that's good, fun stuff, right? I also started with a buddy a salsa company, like actual table salsa.
That was not on my bingo card.
Talked about this like for like a while ago.
Yeah, that was not on my bingo card for things. I did not see Trevor coming in being like, so.
It's like, okay, yeah.
I also make salsa. I call it mi hombres.
It's actually called Hell Yeah Salsa.
Of course it is.
You can look it up. It's we're in 50-something stores and 16 farmers markets.
Why do you have a normal job? That feels like a pretty significant income stream.
Well, these guys are like family for me. I was with them for a long time, and then I left to help a startup company. And then I was playing golf with my old boss, and he was like, "Hey, you should come back. We need help." And so I came back, and it's very decent money. But I don't work that hard, so I'm really there to help out where and when I can. It's tough, I know.
Trevor, you're singing my song, man. That is me at UVA. I mean, don't tell Charles. Y'all don't know Charles, but don't tell Charles. But like that is,
I'm gonna find Charles.
Please don't. But that is like my jam right there.
Right.
Okay, all right, I feel it. I get where you're coming from. Okay,
yeah.
All right.
It's tough to make that kind of money also from home and be able to hang out with my kids all day long.
Yeah,
right.
Sure. Yeah,
and not do a whole lot of work.
Yeah.
Like today was probably the most work I've done in a couple of months, and I pretty much sat in 3 hour-and-a-half meetings while people who have made a lot more money than me talked. And I tried to figure out how to take still screenshots of myself and put it into the Zoom meeting so I didn't have to actually be there. So
thoughts and prayers, my man. Thoughts and prayers.
I know,
that's
right?
Tough.
It is hard. And then they want to ask you questions, and you got to come out of nowhere and be like, "Yeah, that was interesting. I agree with it." Yeah, okay.
Molly's taking notes right now for the Chimera Zoom calls.
Absolutely.
Do that?
Yeah, she's like, Trevor, talk to me about this screenshot thing and how does Patrick not notice?
But I love these guys.
Okay.
And so I'm all about helping them build the company up even more.
That's awesome.
So they've taken me a long ways, and I love returning the favor for them. So
okay, I love it. So how did the salsa come about? Do you have like a secret like? Yeah, of course, because I'm just like, do you have like a secret recipe handed down from your abuelita that was all like?
So not me.
Okay.
My partner in crime.
Okay.
He had a ex-girlfriend that was from down south, and
when we say down south, are we talking the native land or like Texas?
No, like South America.
Okay.
Yeah.
Down south.
Yeah.
All right, fair.
Down south, right?
Yeah.
And it's an amazing salsa recipe, and he could make salsa, but he didn't know much about the business side of things.
Okay.
And I do, right? And so I deal with the state, I deal with FDA and all the fun stuff he doesn't want to deal with, right? And kind of the organization stuff. And so he wanted to start the company. I wanted to help. And so Hell Yeah Salsa was born, and it started in his kitchen and grew, and
So is it only available in Colorado?
Nope, you can buy it online and have it shipped anywhere. We do not ship queso.
Y'all make queso.
We also make queso.
Hold on.
We also make green chili.
I don't like salsa, but I do.
Shut the fuck up, Molly. You're done. We're done.
Well, I just got fired, guys.
Yeah, that was it. That was the wrong thing to say. This was a good run. Hell yeah, salsa. Don't worry. I'm just Googling this now, guys. Don't worry.
Look it up online.
Yeah, there it is. Hell yeah, salsa. Who built your website? I like this website.
His sister.
Is she hired? Is she looking for more work?
Right.
All right. Y'all don't ship the queso. Is that what you said?
No, because it's all natural queso, so it has to be refrigerated the whole way, and dry ice would be way too expensive unless you want to buy cases of it, right?
See, I'm all about the hot sauce. The problem with the queso is you said all natural. And it's any good
cheese.
Texan knows. Queso is 2 ingredients: Velveeta and Rotel tomatoes. Nothing else.
I know. I lived in Dallas for 8 years.
Velveeta and some Rotel.
Velveeta and Rotel. Southern and white as it gets. Absolutely. I know who I am.
So all of those products are all natural. There's no chemicals, no preservatives, no nothing like that. It's right out of the garden into salsa into your mouth. So we can't ship the queso, but I could send some back with Troy if you want to. If you want to get to, there you go. That might be an option.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. In like on the webpage, that first picture looks like a copious amount of cilantro, which is a deal breaker for me.
Yeah.
Or the salsa.
So you draw the line at not liking salsa, but the cilantro really.
No, here's the deal. I'm one of those weird people that cilantro tastes like soap.
No,
it's real.
Yeah, it's a problem, and I desperately want to like cilantro.
Yeah.
But every time I try it, I'm like, blah, blah.
It's less than the FDA made us put. It's less than 2% of the ingredients is cilantro. But we do taste tests at the farmers markets.
Yeah,
and people who say that they taste the soap say that they can taste it.
They can.
They can. Okay. So it probably wouldn't work for you.
Yeah, I mean, my wife would love it. She fucking crushes that stuff. But mean. So I can order it through what site? Just the website, or
yep, order through the website. Yep.
Okay.
Should we do microtransactions after the show? Or?
Yeah, absolutely, guys. Yeah. You know what? We need to figure that one out. How do we get so that we can do like supplements, but not necessarily supplements, like just products that we can sell through the podcast, and just charge a slight uptick. Get some sponsorship going. I think
I'll get right on that.
Molly, come on.
Did Troy talk to you about the membership, the YouTube membership?
Troy doesn't talk to me.
I told him all about it.
The YouTube memberships, you get a free membership. I think if you've been a YouTube, what's their membership? Premium.
No, so like,
okay.
No, you can have people like I told Troy I would sign up. So like I'm a member of Jessica's whole background, right? It cost me $3 a month.
Okay.
And then we get exclusive access to member lives where we there's like 20 or 30 of us. Actually, Andrew keeps giving away them. But there'll be like 30 or 40 of us that just go to member lives and chat with Jessica or get access to the special lists of auction lists and all that kind of stuff. You guys should totally do that.
He did mention that, and he didn't call it that. He did mention it. It is something like we are going to monetize the podcast more over time. I don't know. I wanted to make sure we were consistently putting out content people liked before I jumped down the let's monetize it aspect, right? I feel like a lot of people jump in I'm going to make money off this, and then 3 episodes in and they stop making them. I'm not saying the Tree of Trust was like that, but
it will be.
Well, I mean, there was a gap between episodes.
Between the third and fourth episode.
It was a slight gap.
Couple of years, something like that.
The nice part for YouTube now is that you get like Amazon Prime does a membership for Twitch, you get a free. So YouTube is rolling out their free membership. But what they're testing is, so you have to be a YouTube premium subscriber for at least 3 months.
Okay.
And you only get it for 1 month for free, but you do get a free month. So it might be something worth trying now that people get a free month.
Yeah, we can look at that. That's interesting. Yeah, I'm all for it. I think it is going to get to a point. I was starting to look at just the hosting costs and different stuff, and it's not a lot right now, but it does start adding up over time. And so there will get to a point, and I feel like we're 26 episodes in on Late to the Mic. I feel like we've been consistent, and the numbers have grown consistently. So
great.
What's that?
You've been doing great.
Yes, I'll take it. Finally.
Well, Chase and I were talking about this coming Thursday. He might be late to the mic, so I might have to hop in a little bit.
My God. He did not tell me he was going to be late to the mic.
He doesn't know for sure, but.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, So I shouldn't be surprised if Amali appears earlier than normal, is what you're saying.
To be fair, you give me the link, so me joining is your fault. So
Touche. I guess I have.
I don't know what to tell you.
I do have to own that. All right, enough of Late to the Mic. This is Tree of Trust.
Last thing about Late to the Mic. I have to say that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready.
So I have all the Netflix and Prime and all that that kind of stuff, right? And my life over the last couple of years has just been watching YouTube snake stuff, right?
Okay.
And I have to say, Late to the Mic is one of the best shows I have ever seen.
Thank you guys so much.
Cracked me the fuck up. All right. I will be sitting on my headphones quietly in the corner, and the rest of the family is, and then just all of a sudden I'll just bust out laughing, and they're like, "What the fuck is wrong with this guy?" It is hilarious.
Oh,
it is
thank you, man.
Hilarious.
I appreciate that. It
reeled me in.
We got Molly in. Man, it was a weird thing. Like, I actually tried to start a podcast with Chase for a couple of years, and he just felt weird about it. And then it was just like one night we were talking with Troy, and Troy's like, "Well, I want to do it," and we're like, "Oh, okay." And then Chase was all of a sudden like, "Well, if it's a 3-way, okay, I'm in." But like, yeah, I don't know. It just, I mean, honestly, that's exactly how we all are, like at shows and stuff. And so I was like, I don't want it to be fake. If we're not having fun, we're not going to do it, right? And after the first few episodes, I was like, this is fun. Like, let's just keep this vibe. It was kind of funny at first. Like Chase and Troy were like, I think we need to be more serious and have more like snake business talk. And I was like, no one fucking wants to hear that, man. Like, no one.
We hear that. I think the fun part about Late to the Mic is that we do. I mean, you get a lot of snake talk everywhere else. Like every other podcast, like that's true. But like, you get just like a little break, and you get it like a nice little insight to people, like having Justin on, like, and having Snake Discovery on. Like, you get a little insight into people, and it's nice. It's nice to get that kind of personality, and that's what I think really clicks with people for sure.
I think that's it, right? Is we're gonna hit snake talk, like even like tonight, right? We're gonna talk about snakes. We're gonna talk because that is a mutual interest we all have, and it always goes back to it. But I feel like sometimes people just hammer so hard on just the snake talk, and you're like, guys, we have more interesting things to talk about, like hell yeah salsa.
Hell yeah salsa.
Hell yeah salsa.
We have hell yeah salsa.
That's, I mean, slightly too much cilantro, it turns out, but other than that, it sounds great. Oh, I love that. All right, so you said 4 businesses, so I heard salsa, rats. What's the other?
This one.
No, snakes. Okay.
We're a snake podcast. Wait, let's remind ourselves.
We are going to still talk about snakes, Patrick. Okay?
If y'all insist, I guess.
Yeah. And then number 4 is I dabble in real estate investing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yep.
Nice.
Okay.
Fun stuff there.
It's a little harder these days than pre-COVID.
A little bit.
Pre-COVID was a lot more fun to invest in real estate.
A little bit.
Now it's like a donkey punch to the dick. It's fine. And,
I see a comment. They asked if this was going to be a regular Tuesday thing with us, and they also referred to me as Mrs. Troy.
Yep.
Mrs. Troy. Yes.
That was Will.
It will be a thing.
So the goal is yes, and as long as Molly stays on top,
it will be a thing. I will force my boss to do this show once a week because it's gonna be a thing. All right.
Molly's like, whether Patrick's here or not at 8:00, there will be a podcast every Tuesday.
Show.
I mean, let's be honest. Patrick said, "Trevor, hit me up on Discord, and we'll work out the details." And I messaged Patrick right away. No response for days. And I know now that Molly is taking over Instagram, so I know how to get a hold of Molly. So I just messaged Molly on Instagram. Hey, Molly, this is Trevor. Can you let me know what the details are? Because Patrick doesn't respond to Discord. And sure enough, this happened.
90% of my job is just saying, hey, Patrick, there's a message here. Do you want to? Or I say, hey, you should check your messages right now. Or
yeah. Look, I wish I could like say that none of this is true, but it's
true.
It's blatantly true.
I need something to do during the day.
Yeah.
So
I would like, I have two excuses. One, I don't check the junk or like message request folders nearly enough. Once again, my fault, but the excuse is it goes there instead of the primary one. What am I supposed to do? Check it every day? Who has time for that? Turns out Molly.
That's what we pay you for.
The other thing is, I really mean to respond. Like, I get the little notification, right? And I really mean to respond, and then I don't. And then like 2 days passes, and now that number's gone from like 12 to like 300. And then I'm just buried, and I'm just like, well, it's 300. I'm not going to respond to everyone. That's where we're at. It gives Andre serious anxiety, but like,
I really appreciate it because I just love the job security that I have.
Absolutely. I currently have 92,000 unread emails and 385 unread text messages. All 385 of those are within the past month.
All from Troy.
Well, you know what? Let's look here. My sister, my mom, my other sister, my dad, Chase.
No reason to respond to any of those people.
Yeah, other employee, snake customer. Guys, look, I mean well, okay? I do. I really do.
He really does.
Well.
And then when I tell him to respond, he does it immediately.
Yeah, because now I'm shamed into it, right? Now it's like if I don't do it, like, somebody else knows. Like, I'm like, Molly knows I'm not responding, and I don't have a good excuse not to, so it's fine.
You essentially hired yourself a gatekeeper.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You know, and Andre didn't even argue a slight. Like, normally, you know, in the relationship, I am definitely the spender and Andre is the saver. And so normally when I'm like, hey, I want to buy this or I want to spend money on this, there's always the give and take and the negotiation. And what do I have to give up? I was like, hey, I'd like to bring on Chase's sister for social media stuff. He's like, no problem. I'm like, you said yes too fast. He's like, we need help. And I'm like, hurtful? I wanted a little resistance. That's all. Just a little bit.
No, it's okay. It's all right. It's good.
Oh my God. It's so great.
You know, Patrick, Courtney just said that if you ever back out, that she'll co-host. And I'm thinking that we have a girls' snake podcast.
I would love for you and Courtney to have like a ladies of the snake industry podcast.
You know they have the Office ladies, like the ladies from the Office.
Yes, I love listening to the Office ladies.
Oh my, the snake ladies.
The snake. That idea was derived on a Chimera product. Therefore, Chimera owns intellectual property.
Podcast network.
Yeah, we have the Chimera Podcast Network, and I love the idea for the snake ladies. We'll circle back to that later. Courtney, go ahead and message me on Discord, and then 3 days later, message Molly on Instagram.
And then message me on Instagram to tell Patrick to look at his Discord, and then we'll definitely get the ball rolling.
Hurtful but fair. It's hurtful. Oh my God. Oh my God. That is so great. All right. So back to snakes for a minute, I guess. Yeah, I guess. All right. So ball pythons, you said carpets, right?
Carpets. Yep. I have carpets. Yep.
A lot of different morphs or just a few morphs?
Of carpets, I have, let's see, like super zebras, jags, coastals.
So a decent assortment.
Yeah. There's like 15 of those.
Okay.
They're much bigger. Their housing is much bigger. So.
Yeah. Andre had, did he have carpets? I think Andre did have a carpet for a while, and he had some scrubs for a while too.
Scrubs are cool.
Are they though? Are they?
Yeah.
I mean, they're cool, but they're also like big and angry. So
I think any snake can be. I think if you work with them, then you know.
Yeah.
I was given. Yeah. I that's why I'm the snake whisperer, right? Because I don't really fear the snakes. I respect them, and if you respect them and you give them the love they deserve, and I don't think any of them can be mean. I think they're not predispositioned to be mean. I think they.
I mean, Oof, man, I feel like we're about to go down like
we could.
Snakes don't really have emotions, right? Like at the end of the day, like we assign emotions to them, but like their goal in life is to not get eaten and to eat food and to reproduce, more or less. I question that goal with ball pythons occasionally with the reproducing part, but it's fine.
Or lack of eating part sometimes.
Oh my god. What a terrible species from an evolutionary standpoint, right?
How we're gonna survive.
Yeah, right. We're gonna barely eat. We're gonna reproduce occasionally at best, and we're gonna have small clutches. Good luck. Like, come on.
Good luck, everyone else.
Good luck, everyone else. Yeah. So okay. Let's see. If I remember right, you had boas as well.
Boas. Yep. I got a couple different kinds of boas.
Green tree pythons.
Yep. Got a couple GTPs, ATBs.
Okay. Geckos. What kind of species you got with geckos?
So this is one room. There's another room on the other side of this wall that has probably 200, 250, something like that in there. So there's cresteds. There's no like leopard geckos, or not that they're not cool, but it's cresteds.
I feel like you just threw major shade at leopards. You're like, no leopards, basic ass bitch lizards. I have crested geckos.
No,
fancy man's lizard.
There's chewies over there. There's there's quite a few different ones over there as well.
All right.
And then there's random snakes that don't need to be in 80 degrees also. So they're over there too. I am not a huge gecko guy. I'm a snake guy, right?
Yeah.
They're cool. They are.
Yeah.
But I've liked snakes since I was a kid, right? So snakes have been my thing, right?
So I think you also said turtles and tortoises too, right?
So those are in the boys' rooms. They're just pets, right?
What species of tortoises?
I don't even know. Box turtle. And, so there's one big like breeder tank that we rescued, and there was there's like one turtle and two tortoises in the same tank, and they just hang out with each other, right?
Solid.
So it's not like I'm going to breed those. Yeah, I've got lots of pets that I don't breed. Like there's two frilled dragons over here that I'm not planning on breeding either, right?
Okay.
They're just pets.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What is this pets that don't breed?
I know, right? It's hard for me because that's space, right?
Yeah.
But I'm also an animal guy, right? I have a huge black and white tegu tank over here with just one tegu in it, and his name is Roman, and he's cool. He hangs out, right? He walks around the room, but that could be a 55-40 rack instead, right? So yeah, I understand that.
You gotta have a little right? A little bit.
Right. Yeah. Right.
So, I have we have blue tongue skinks, and it was a true act of God to have Andre allow me to have like one tub of space or two tubs for my blue tongue skinks. He's like, those aren't making us money. I'm like, okay, but I love them and they make me happy. He's like, I don't care.
I don't care.
Yeah, I don't care. Like, fair enough. It's like, but they're cute. He's like, I don't care still. It's like, fair enough. I respect your opinion, Andre, even though it hurts my feelings. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, I mean, like we have pets, right, with the tortoises, and the skinks, really. Although we are going to breed the skinks, but the tortoises breed not because I want them to, but because the males don't understand no means no.
Yeah.
And then we destroy the clutches now. We incubated one clutch, hatched out a few sulcatas, and then that's it, right? The world probably doesn't need more sulcatas at the moment.
No.
There's a few of them.
Outlive everybody, right?
Yeah, man. Like that was. I mean, every day when I'm at the facility and I'm taking care of these giant, like horrible roommates, and I'm just thinking, like, when I bought these guys, right? They were, the size of like a 50-cent piece, right? And no one when I bought these was warning me like, hey, these are going to be your demise. Like things are going to destroy everything that you love. And I think in that moment, right? Like, I feel like at this point, I'm as responsible with them as I can be. Like, they live outside as much time as they can. They have their own fucking building at this point. Like, they're living a good life. But, like, most people can't do that. And so you kind of feel for them, right? And you're like, oof, like, I understand why there's so many of them in rescues. And it's like, I don't know. Like, I'm all for people being able to do what they want. But at the same time, like, maybe we cut back a little bit on production. I don't know. I don't know what the right answer is there.
Yeah. I think the right answer is just whatever is right for you.
Yeah, but I feel like that's how we got in this mess. But
yeah, true.
Before I get all of the pitchforks up in arms here.
They're already there. You're fine.
Is that they're already perfect?
She's watching the chat.
She's like, Patrick, we just got canceled.
Patrick said that there was a long, long list of animals. What else do you have?
Okay, so like just in this room, we'll just go around. So there's carpets and boas. These are all balls. These are all balls. These are all balls. There's the frilled dragons there, the tegu there, more balls, a 10cc, 1070 of balls there. Albino rainbow boa, rough green snakes. These are GTPs, Brazilian rainbow boas, rosy boas, ATBs. Those are all more balls there. More carpets and boas here. So that's just this room. I got chickens outside, 2 dogs, 5 cats, bunny rabbit in the boys' room, the turtles, frogs, dart frogs,
Jesus.
White Russian tree frogs.
I'm exhausted just hearing how many different species you have. That's so much work. I mean, kudos to you, man. Like, I love it. Wow. But like, Jesus Christ.
Like putting these guys to bed at night takes like an hour, turning off lights and spraying down tanks, and man,
that's also fish, right?
Oh yeah, I have a 125-gallon tank that is for feeder guppies, so I sell feeder guppies also. Okay. And they just breed like crazy. And then there's like a foot-long Plecostomus in there just for no reason.
That's super cool. That's cool. Wow, that's a lot, man. That's a whole lot.
5 cats, yeah. We got a mom and a dad. They had 3 litters, and we kept 1 from each litter before we got them fixed. So, yeah, there's Leonard and Penny are mom and dad.
Stop it.
Bonnie and Clyde. Yep.
Stop it.
Yep. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Leonard and Penny.
Oh my Big Bang Theory.
Oh yeah. No. Who's the fan?
Oh yeah. Oh, that's me.
Okay. Sure. Okay.
Shout out to my mom if she's watching. She loves Big Bang Theory.
Oh my god.
That woman loves Big Bang Theory.
I have too much PTSD from grad school and media. Like I have friends in real life that are Sheldons, and it's it's too much. It's a lot. It's a lot. It is a funny show though. Anyway, sorry. Leonard and Penny, and then Bonnie and Clyde.
Bonnie and Clyde, and then there's a little one that she named Loki. That was when we got into our Avenger days, right? Okay. And so he's kind of the odd one out. Nobody ever sees him, so it's cool. Leonard's a big black cat, and he is not afraid of nothing.
Okay.
In fact, he frequently, I call him my reptile room manager because he's down here. Like, there's a 13-foot carpet right here, and she'll come up to the glass and he'll swat the glass, and I'm like, she could eat you. Yeah. Yeah. He doesn't care. He's cool.
All right. I love that, man.
Right.
All right. So to have that many animals, obviously, like a huge animal lover, but like, did you accidentally like acquire all these animals, or was this like you know what? I don't have cats. Let's get 17. You know what? Right? I don't have enough fish. Let's add a whole legion of guppies and a 27-foot Plecostomus.
Why not?
Yeah. Okay.
Because why not?
That's how Andre looks at you.
Trust me, I know. Look, as someone who is constantly fighting his wife on, my wife wants to have a farm of useless animals, so like miniature horses and like miniature goats and like ducks and like I get it. Like I was just curious because like that is a large assortment of animals to like actively choose to own.
It's true. Yeah. Oh, don't get me wrong. I've tried for years to get rid of some of them, but it just doesn't happen. Yeah, it just does not happen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Huh. The cats won't go out the front door when I open it. I don't know why. That kind of stuff. Yeah.
Oh my God, I love that so much. Like I try to get them to leave, they don't leave.
I'm like, come on, man.
Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. We have a couple of cats at the facility, and one of them hates me with an undying. Like if I'm at the facility, he hides in his little cave and will not come out. And like if I walk in the door, he sprints to that cave. But he loves Andre, so I guess that's good. And then the other one, her whole goal in life is to get out, but not to like escape long range. She wants to get out just far enough to eat grass so she can then proceed to throw up on the floor.
Oh, that's good.
Oh, I love it. Nothing.
It's
my favorite.
That's such a cat move. It's just like I just want to throw up.
Yeah, it really is kind of a dick move though, right? Like she sprints outside, gets like 4 steps, eats like a ton of grass, and just kind of looks at me and she's like, you know what's gonna happen later when you're not here, right?
Yeah. Have you thought about that maybe she also doesn't like you and that's why she does it? Because she just wants to make
I have. You know, Andre does the same thing and throws up on the floor too. So I'm starting to think it's just people in my life.
You know, I've been feeling a little nauseous lately.
Damn it. I just don't know what I sense. Yeah, it's just sorry. Yeah, the struggle is real. Man, that's tough.
Let me tell you about useless.
Okay,
all right, I got 5 cats, right? Yeah. And I got 3 Freedom Breeder racks out in the garage, right? Yeah. Rat gets loose. I put all 5 cats in the garage. You think one of them would go after a rat?
Absolutely not.
Yeah. Absolutely not. Absolutely worthless. Nope. I'll send the 2-year-old out there. He'll get it. No problem. Right?
That seems about right.
Yeah. Pathetic. What do I feed you guys for?
Oh, dude, I get that. We have 2 miniature dachshunds, and they are good at taking out the rats for us when we need them to. But yeah, I don't know. Cats, I feel like they're either like fantastic mousers or like they just don't care at all. There's no in between. I feel.
Mm-hmm. I feel you there. Yeah, and I didn't get any of those.
You're like, none of mine care. What kind of dogs do you have?
So it's a chocolate lab and a German Shepherd.
Oh, okay. All right. So some big puppers. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't do the small yappers.
What's wrong with small yappers?
Take that, Patrick.
Come here. Hold on.
Oh,
Pippin,
no.
Come here. Oh, seriously?
That's the dog that barks at him when it wants attention.
Yeah, I'm over here like the one time that they're not going to come to me is the one time I want them to. She's literally like sleeping on the dog bed right now, just staring at me like, no, I'm not doing. Pippin, come here. Come on.
I have such a soft spot for German Shepherds.
Come here.
They're the best. I love them.
They're too smart for their own damn good, though.
Oh, I know.
That's the problem.
I have such a soft spot.
Oh, yes. Yes. Who doesn't want a tiny little yappy dog, right?
That dog does not look like it's enjoying itself at all right now.
No, she's upset. She's upset that I called her off of her dog bed.
You woke me up for this, really?
Basically, yeah. Now she's gonna go walk back over to mom and be like, "What's going on here? Why is he dealing with me?" Yeah. I wish my dogs liked me more.
Does any animal in your life like you?
No, not really. I like them a lot more than they like me. It's unfortunate. Oh, I love that.
Up until recently, we actually had a nice purebred German Rottweiler also, but he's no longer with us.
Oh, I'm so
yeah. We took him I took him in the spring to get neutered.
Yeah.
Because I didn't want puppies.
Yeah.
And we found out that he had a stage 6 heart murmur. And they literally said that you could find him in the backyard tomorrow.
Yeah.
And in August, we found him in the backyard.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Really sad.
So I actually grew up with Rottweilers, and like my high school principal, weirdly enough, is like a world-renowned Rottweiler breeder. Yeah, and so like we grew up with them, and we had to put our last one down. About a year and a half ago now. It's been a little while, but she was 11. She had a good run. But she had bone cancer, and it just it was tough. I love them, man. They're just such big fucking goobers, right?
I know.
Dumb as a box of rocks, and they just God,
the way they look at you, like,
yeah, there's nothing going on, nothing at all. It's like even like the little miniature dachshunds now, right? Like, there's a plan. Like, I can tell, like, they're plotting things against me. Like, they want to end me. Like Jasmine, my big Rottweiler, like, there was literally nothing going on whatsoever. I just I love them to death. Yeah, they're great dogs. I want to get another one, but my wife doesn't love big dogs, and she just doesn't love them. And so, like, Jasmine was the same size as my wife, so she was like, it's just a little big for me. I was like, I don't see the problem with a 110-pound dog. What's the issue?
Right? Seriously.
I think it's fine.
Dogs.
They're perfect for 2-year-olds and 4-year-olds to ride on, right?
Exactly, right?
Great. They don't know how big they are, so they back up and like sit on them. And I worry about suffocation of a 2-year-old sometimes, but
for sure. Well, that's like, my mom has countless pics from like Jasmine thinking she was a lap dog, and I'll like sit on the couch, and all of a sudden this 110-pound dog like leaps on top of me, and I'm like, well, there's no Patrick in the picture, but there is a dog. So good enough, right?
That's all your baby funny. Pictures. It's just the dog.
Basically. Yeah, it's really not me in any of the pictures. It's just Jasmine and Ginger and Dino and the other dogs. It's fine. My mom probably prefer that anyway, so it's okay. Yes. All right. So I feel like you're probably a Marvel / Spider-Man fan based on the logo.
The
lizard, right?
No, it's a snake. This guy? Yeah, it's a snake.
All I'm saying is the Fox Animation is coming for you for some mild copyright infringement on the lizard. Yeah.
Bring it on. I went to law school.
All right, so it's are you sure it's a snake? Are we positive?
It's supposed to be a snake, yeah.
If he says it's a snake.
I'm just looking at it, Molly, and I don't see a snake. I see the lizard. The hands is the problem, really, where I start
the hands
with.
Is the problem.
Yeah, like, it has shoulders, and if there's one thing I know about snakes is
they don't have shoulders.
Lack of shoulders.
You know what? You should be a snake breeder. That's really good knowledge.
I think I have a career in this, guys. I think
somebody just learned something.
Yeah. Educated. It's funny. I saw the logo and I was like, oh, all right, he's got the lizard from Spider-Man, but apparently that's a snake.
It's a snake.
Okay, so never mind. We won't go down that tangent. All right. What was the inspiration behind the logo then, besides obviously a snake that looks like the lizard?
The person that I had do the logo, I don't know if it was a male or a female.
Okay.
They were across the pond.
Okay.
And I said, I want a snake in a lab coat with like scientific stuff. And they came back with this. And I said, that's pretty cool. Let's give it some colors. And they came back and I rolled with it. And I liked it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not judging. I like it. Yeah, I like it. I was a huge fan of the lizard in the Spider-Man series.
Now, not so much.
Well, huge fan. I was a huge fan.
The funny thing is, you're the first person that said it looked like a lizard.
Really?
Yes.
I just find that impossible to believe. I refuse. Now I feel bad. I feel like I've besmirched your logo. I'm sorry.
No, it's fine.
Just quit digging your hole.
I can't help it. No, this is the problem. I thought I had this great, like, hey, we're going to be able to talk a few minutes about his love for Spider-Man and the lizard. And then he's like, no, but that's a snake. And I'm like, well, fuck.
Not that I don't have love for Spider-Man. I do.
No. And
all of Marvel.
Sure. Yeah. But I mean, you named a cat Loki. Like, that's clear.
Right.
See, that was another clue to me. Like, you said Loki. I'm like, all right, this guy. Nerd.
Yep. Nerd.
Definitely. For this.
Totally nerd.
I was like, guys, I did some prep work. This is going to be great. Nope. Trevor said no.
Nope.
All right. Then what is in Marvel? Who's your favorite?
For me,
who's my?
Oh, Trevor, go. Who's your favorite?
Oh, geez, I don't know. That's tough. That's like asking me what my favorite gene is, what my favorite snake is. Yeah, I don't know. I like them all.
What's your favorite snake? Well, for now, I got to ask that. You don't have a favorite snake?
No, that's like picking your favorite child. That's kind of messed up.
Okay, first off, we both know you have a favorite child. Whether you're going to ever acknowledge it openly, there it is. See, perfect. And there's a child.
Don't tell Jameson. All right, get back upstairs.
See, every parent has a favorite child. It's like Molly's parents' favorite child is Eli. Like, it's just the way it goes.
There's a Venn diagram.
Oh, okay. I'm ready.
So one circle is dad, and in the middle of that circle is me. I'm his favorite. Then in this circle is mom, and Eli is the favorite there. Then the little connecting piece, the overall favorite is Chase. That's how it goes.
Okay, who came up with the Venn diagram example? Was that you or your parents?
All of us agree. Well, my parents don't agree, but Chase, Eli, and I all agree.
But here's the deal. I feel like y'all came up with that to feel better about yourselves. Instead of just being like, Eli's the favorite and we suck.
I don't know where you added the we suck part. I don't know. We can agree that Eli's probably the favorite, but I
okay, fair enough.
Say we suck.
You're like, I don't suck. Maybe Chase, but not me.
You can maybe get away with saying that about Chase, but me? Come on.
You're like, I'm bomb ass fantastic. Fair enough. Yeah, we definitely, one of my siblings is definitely the favorite, and it's not me right now, but that's only because that sibling has a grandchild. So yeah, she produced
winner by default. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, she made the grandchild, therefore she is the favorite. There's no question about it. Prior to that, it was me, unfortunately. So oh well, this is the way it goes. So you don't have a favorite snake though? Huh, interesting.
I don't really. No, okay. I don't.
Do you have a favorite species to keep?
As much I definitely have more balls than anything, but I think carpets are my favorite.
What about carpets like really draws you to them?
They don't just sit there in a ball. They're inquisitive.
Yeah.
They're very smart. And I think they look pretty badass. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Those are all, I mean, look, right. I think that is the biggest knock on ball pythons, right? They're not the most inquisitive. They're kind of just pet rocks a little bit. Occasionally.
They definitely are. They're cool. I mean, cool looking pet rocks.
Right? They're pretty. There's not a lot going on upstairs.
No.
Definitely like some people I've dated, Yeah.
It's either food or hide. And that's the only two moods they have.
Right, for sure. For sure. So I get that. I get that for sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Although I did just get 2 retics.
Okay.
And they are absolutely gorgeous. And they remind me a lot of the carpets.
Yeah.
They're inquisitive and they want to roam the room and see stuff and check stuff out. And the balls won't even get out of the tub. So I like that. And then I have I just had ATB babies, and they are freaking adorable.
Yeah.
Adorable.
How many did you birth? Are they're live birthers or are they hatchers?
Live birthers. Yep.
Okay. How many popped out?
6.
Okay.
6. Yeah. 2 red ones, a Halloween phase, and then 3 that are very interesting that I've never seen before. They start like Halloween gray at the head, and then they fade to red. Towards the like a maroon dark red towards the tail. So they're I think not a lot of people work with them, and I think that there's a lot more color combinations out there that we just don't know about yet.
I got you.
So
interesting.
I don't know if it's genes and all that. I don't know about that. But the interesting thing about ATBs is it doesn't matter if you pair 2 reds together or 2 gardens or 2 Halloweens, anything can come out, right?
Interesting.
And so it's kind of wild like that.
That's interesting. That's cool. I think I think the Amazon tree boas are really cool. I've just never owned any. Yeah, they do seem really cool though. How big do they get? Are they? They're not particularly large.
My males, they're super skinny, right?
Right.
But my male is probably almost 5 feet. The female's probably almost 4 feet.
Yeah, so they're not big at all. Yeah.
No.
That's cool. That's cool.
Right?
Are
And they get a bad rep.
Yeah.
They get a bad rep because a lot of people, they're kind of like green tree pythons. A lot of people think that they're very bitey, right? But I think any snake that you work with can not be bitey. And so I pull my GTPs and my ATBs out all the time, and they don't bite me, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, just a little work. How hardy are they? Are they pretty easy to keep alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right. Sure are. Yep.
Cool. That's cool.
Yep.
Yeah, I think they make great. I mean, same thing with like emerald tree boas and green tree pythons. They're all great display animals, right? Like they just look so cool.
Right.
Such vibrant colors and the greens and stuff like that. And then with the Amazon tree boas, you get the different color palettes, and I absolutely love them. So all right, so for like sales and stuff, everything through Morph Market for the most part, or what do you do?
No, Morph Market, Instagram, Facebook, and Craigslist. And then it's a lot of word of mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Craigslist for reptiles as well, or is that mainly just like feeder fish and stuff?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll post stuff on Craigslist too.
Okay.
I sell a lot of the pet stuff.
Yeah.
See, I still like going to meet somebody and giving them their first snake. I think we've lost that. It's funny how like I'll meet somebody for like a bell or a banana, and I'll just shove my hand in the bag and grab it out, and they'll be, and I'm like,
it's okay.
I do that 300 times a day, so but they're like, this is the coolest thing ever, and I love that, right?
Okay.
So half my collection, well, I wouldn't say half, probably 35% of my collection is still with the purpose of breeding pets, right?
Okay. All right.
I still like doing that.
So that's definitely your niche in the industry. You feel like those, like it's more of the pet side for sure then.
Well, I still have all the expensive stuff too, right? I got Sunset and Zebra and Monsoon and all that kind of good stuff also. So I have all that, but I like I have a bell clutch in the incubator right now. It's a Mojave to a lesser, right? I'm gonna still sell bells to somebody for $200 because they want a cool white snake, right?
Yeah, for sure. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, we do local meetups and stuff, and they generally are perfectly fine. Occasionally, you'll get a customer that's pretty unruly, but yeah, man, I do enjoy the personal, portion of it. Like, obviously, I like to interact with people. I'm pretty extroverted.
Me too.
But yeah, I can tell that. You seem kind of shy.
A little shy.
A little bit, yeah. It's funny though. It's gotten to the point now, like with the volume that we're doing, it's almost harder to meet and like deliver a snake in person than it is literally to just ship a snake. Even like for people that are in Richmond, it's actually easier sometimes to just ship them the snake anyway, just because of the time and stuff. But I don't mind the meetups and stuff.
Yeah, no. Amazingly too, last year, a lot of the people that I met up with turned into wanting to be breeders.
Okay.
And they would buy multiple snakes. And now they buy rats from me. And they bought old racks from me. Like more than I thought was gonna happen, right?
Sure.
So I like building that relationship too, that turns into a long-term relationship, right? They text me or message me and like, hey, I got questions about this, or all that kind of stuff. I love that too. Right?
Yeah, man, I think the networking aspect is obviously I think it's hugely important, and it's a huge part of that whole process. So yeah, man, I love it. All right, man. I don't want to kill too much of your time and your night. Thank you for coming on, man. This was a blast.
Absolutely.
Our first guest. Woo!
Yeah.
You did it.
Yeah, you were the brave and the bold that decided to be like, I want to come on. I was like, let's do it. And then you had to message Molly, but we still got there.
We got it done.
Yeah, we got it done. It was a win. What's the best way for people to reach out to you?
Instagram, Facebook. ballpython.labs@gmail.com. There's all kinds of stuff.
Perfect,
North Market.
Man.
Yeah.
Perfect. I love it.
I'm not hiding.
You're like, I'm here. Are you so you're going to be at Troy's show? Are you going to be at any RBCs just hanging out, or?
I don't know yet. I have a work trip that I have to go to around the same time as March Tinley. So I don't know if I can pull off both of them.
Yeah.
So I might try and go out to California for the Super Show.
Yeah, Pomona.
Yeah, the monster shoot, the one with the fish and the plants and the birds and the reptiles and all that fun stuff.
That's right up your alley.
Yeah, right.
It's everything.
I would walk the entire time looking at stuff. So maybe we'll see. Cool. We'll see. Right. Yeah.
All right, man. Yeah. Well, if you end up making it to Tinley, make sure to come by, say hi. We'll happily chat with you and hang out, man. And for the peeps that are here or listening or watching or whatever you're doing, please make sure to like, subscribe. Also, make sure to go like and subscribe ball.labs on Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah.
And I don't know who's going to be on next week. Somebody will be.
We'll be here though.
We will be here next week, 8 p.m. Eastern. Molly will definitely be here. We'll find out if I'm here. Just kidding. I'll be here.
I totally tanked your viewers. We're at 10 watching right now.
You didn't tank it, man. It's all right. That's okay. It's good stuff. You know what? We're having a good time, and that's what matters.
Yeah, right.
So I love it, dude.
You got to start somewhere, and it's all uphill.
Yeah, it's all uphill from here, right? Yeah, we're good. We're good. Awesome. All right, guys. I'm gonna attempt to do the outro video. We'll see if this one works. And
watching. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thanks for hanging out.
Anytime,
and we'll see y'all next week. Later, guys.